Hi mga kawawmat, in this video we will discuss the law of cosines. But before we proceed to our discussion, please don't forget to like our video and subscribe na rin po kayo sa ating Wowmat channel. In our previous discussions, tinakal natin doon ang law of sines wherein kapag ang given na oblique triangle ay given yung two sides and one angle, which is the ambiguous case. Also, kapag given yung two angles natin and an included side or two angles and non-included side. So, yun po yung mga kind of oblique triangles na kung saan ina-apply natin yung law of sines. Now, in law of cosines, this is where we are applying this law if our oblique triangles are angle side, wherein you have two sides and an included angle, and three sides. So, ito po ang law of cosines ay ina-apply po natin kapag ang given po nating triangle ay SAS, merong included side, angle, and SSS kapag meron po siyang three sides. So, what are the steps in solving oblique triangles applying the law of cosines? For any triangle ABC with sides A, B, and C, again, ang representation po natin ng sides ay small letters A, B, and C. For our angles, ang representation po natin dyan ay capital letter A, B, and C. The angle A is always opposite its side A, ganun din po sa ating B at sa ating C. Now, in finding the sides of an oblique triangle, given po yung ating three sides, or it can be SAS, the two sides and an included angle. Kapag ang hinahanap po natin, o ang given po natin ay yung ganong klaseng triangle, and then we are looking for the sides of the triangle, ito po yung ating mga gagamitin. A squared, if you are looking for the length of side A, that is A squared, is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC times cosine A. Kapag side B naman ang hinahanap natin, we have B squared is equal to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC times cosine B. Kapag side C naman ang hinahanap natin, we are using C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB times cosine C. Now, what if ang hahanapin na natin ay yung angle? So, ang gagawin lang po natin is, itatranspose lang po natin ito. Madederive po natin ang cosine A, which is your angle A. Finding your angle A, cosine A is equal to B squared plus C squared minus A squared all over 2BC. Paano po naging ganito? Kasi ang mangyayari po dito, itatranspose po natin ito sa kabila, ito po dito, so that will become 2BC times cosine A, ito naman magiging minus A squared, kaya ang nangyari po, ito na po yun, B squared plus C squared minus A squared. Ngayon po, yung nilipat po natin o tinranspose natin na 2BC times cosine A, divide both sides by 2BC. So, ang may iwan na lang po ay cosine A. So, ito po, this will become over 2BC. And then, ganun din po sa iba. For us to find angle B, we will use cosine B is equal to A squared plus C squared minus B squared all over 2AC. Actually, madali lang siyang tandaan kung ano yung angle. Yun, BC po ang gagamitin natin, minus A squared, and then kung ano po yung nandito, times lang po natin sa 2. Okay, ganun din po sa iba. And then for angle C, we will be using cosine C is equal to A squared plus B squared minus C squared all over 2AB. The law of cosines is used in solving triangles when given I, two sides, and the included angle. So, ito yung sinasabi ko, SAS. And then, if ang given po natin ay three sides, yung SSS. So, madali naman natin siyang ma-identify kasi ipapakita naman po natin yung figure or makikita nyo, or given naman po yung ating figure. So, take note po that it must be an included angle. Unlike sa law of sines, yung ating two sides doon, yung angle doon, ASA, and then yung isa ay AAS. And then yung isa naman ay SSA. So dito naman, SAS and SSS. So what are the steps in solving the SAS case? So kapag SAS po yung ating given, so first is find the side opposite the given angle. So since isang angle lang yung given mo dyan, ang una mong kukunin ay yung side opposite ng angle na to, nung given. And then after nun, kukunin natin yung angle nung side na mas maiksi or the shorter side. So titingnan mo ngayon, since dalawang side yung given, titingnan mo kung ano yung shorter side doon. Yung opposite nung shorter side, yun muna yung kukunin nating angle. And then after nun, you may now find the measure of the third angle by applying the triangle sum theorem. By the way, in step 2, you may apply the law of sines and law of cosines. Now, for SSS case, ito yung kapag 3 sides ang given natin. Ang first step po natin is we will be looking or finding for the angle opposite the longest side. Since 3 sides yung given natin, identify muna natin kung ano yung longest side. And then yung angle na opposite ng longest sides, yun po muna ang una nating hahanapin by applying the law of cosines. And then step 2, nakuha mo na yung angle nung side na pinaka-longest. Next is, we need to find the remaining angle since isang angle pa lang ang nakuha mo sa step 1. Sa step 2, you may now find the remaining angles, alin doon, kahit ano pong mauna pwede. And you may apply the law of sines or cosine just like this one. Okay? And then nakuha mo na yung isa sa mga angles. You can now find the third angle by applying the triangle sum theorem. Let's start. So I have here solved triangle ABC if your B is equal to 6.83 inches and C is equal to 9 inches and A is 102.38 degrees. So dito sa ating given, meron tayong side, an included angle, and another side. So this is what case? SAS. SAS. So now, so yun po ang una muna nating titingnan kasi hindi po palaging law of cosine ang gagamitin natin. So halimbawa, ang given mo ay 2 angles and an included side, baliktad. Hindi po pwede law of cosine doon. Dapat sine po yun. Okay? So in this case, since side tayo, included angle, and side, so this is SAS, this is the time that you're going to use the law of cosine. Now, first step natin is you have to solve for the opposite side of the given angle. Since ang given angle po natin ay angle A, solve po muna natin yung opposite side niya, which is A. So, we have, by applying the law of cosine, so since side ang hinahanap natin, ito po ang gagamitin natin. Pero kapag angle po ang hinahanap natin, yun po yung may cosine A, yung pinakita ko po kanina sa first slide. So, find the measure or the length of side A. So, ito po yung gagamitin natin. Square both sides, so you will have A is equal to square of B squared plus C squared minus 2BC times cosine A. Let us substitute the values. Your B is always opposite your angle B. That is 6.83 squared plus your C is always opposite the angle C. That is 9. So 9 squared minus 2. Your B, ito yung 2. Your B is 6.83. Your C is 9. Times cosine A. Your cosine A is 102.38 degrees. Okay, so let us solve. So we have A is equal to 12.41 inches. So let us check using calculator. So don't forget to press the square root. Ito po yung ating, and then maglalagay po tayo nito since meron po tayong exponent. Okay, so open parenthesis, we have 6.83. Okay, and then i-close muna natin. And then squared. Okay, and then next, plus. Magpa-plus po tayo. Don't forget to press muna yung ating next para bumaba yung ating marker. So we have plus. And then plus, and then again, this one. So open parenthesis, we have 9 squared. So close, and then squared. Okay, and then press muna natin ito para bumaba siya. And then minus 2 times 6.83. And then close natin. Open again. Times 9. And then close. And then cosine. So cosine, click po natin yung cosine. 102.38. And then close natin. Okay, so we have 12.41. So therefore, the measure of angle side A is equal to 12.41 inches. Next. For us to solve for B, so our next step, since nakuha mo na yung side na opposite ng given angle, ang next step po natin is kukunin po natin yung measure ng angle na opposite ng shorter side. So, ito ba yon? Hindi po. Kasi i-compare mo muna. 6.83, this is 9. So, ito yung mas maiksi. So, ang gagawin po natin, ito po, yung opposite niya, ang next step natin. Yung angle na kukunin natin. So, that is solve for B. So, para makuha natin yung measure ni angle B, you may apply the law of sine or cosine. In this case, pwede mo i-apply yung law of sine or cosine. So, apply natin yung law of sine. Ito yung natutunan natin sa previous video natin. So, since ang hinahanap natin is itong angle B, ito po yung sine B. So, ang gagawin po natin is, ito na po ang gagamitin natin since ito yung nakuha natin kanina, yung 12.41, since may given na siya. So, substitute muna natin yung values. Your A is 12.41 over sine A. So, sine 102.38 degrees is equal to 6.83, your B. And then, ito yung hinahanap natin, yung angle. So, cross multiply, we have sine B is equal to sine 102.38 degrees times 6.83 over 12.41. So, let us solve. Press the fraction icon, and then sine 102.83, 38. And then close, times 6.83. And then close. Arrow down, and then 12.41 equals. So we have 0.5376. So, we have 0.5376. Now, since ang kinukuha po natin ay angle, paano po natin siya makukuha? So, nakuha nyo na po ito, 0.5376. Ang gagawin lang po is shift. And then, click sign. Kasi sign po ito. And then, yung answer mo na 0.5376 kanina, close, equals. So, that is 32.52 degrees. So, ibig sabihin, your angle B is equal to 32.52 degrees. Now, sabi ko nga sa step 2, you may apply the law of sine or cosine. So, ngayon, ipapakita ko yung law of cosine naman. So, i-try natin i-solve using the law of cosine. Yung pinakita natin kaninang mga forms. Tingnan natin kung pareho ang makukuha nating angle B, which is 32.52 degrees. Kasi sabi sa step 2, you may apply the law of sine or cosine. So, apply natin yung cosine naman. So, cosine B, since angle ang hinahanap natin, ito po ang gagamitin natin. Kapag side, ito po yung merong squared. Dito. Kapag angle, ito po, cosine B. Yung merong cosine sa unahan. So, substitute natin, your A is 12.41 and then squared. Plus, your C is 9 inches. So, that is squared. Minus B. Your B is 6.83 squared. All over 2 times 12.41, your A. And then your C is 9. Okay, solve natin. So, we have Okay, so we have, don't forget to write your, ito, yung meron tayong exponent. So, we have 12.41, and then close, and then squared. And then, press mo natin yung next, kasi para bumaba siya. And then, again, plus, and then, ganun po ulit. Click natin ito, and then 9. Close, and then squared ulit. And then, next natin, minus. So, ito naman ulit. And then, this one, kasi may mga exponents po tayo. So, 6.83. And then, close muna natin, and then squared. All over, arrow down. Arrow down natin is 2 times 12.41, and then close, open ulit, kasi meron pa tayong isa, 9, close. So, equals, so, ito po yung nakuha natin, cosine B is equal to 0.8432. Okay? Now, para makuha natin yung angle, value pa lang po yan ha, ito pa lang po yan. So, para makuha natin yung angle, i-click po natin, since nakuha na po natin siya, i-click po natin yung shift. Cosine po tayo, kasi we are applying the law of cosine here. So, cosine, your answer a while ago, and then close. Ayan po. So, as you can see, pareho po sila, 32.52 degrees. So, ito po yung sinasabi sa step number 2 na pagdating dito sa finding the angle, you may apply the law of sine or cosine since pareho lang po ang answer na makukuha po natin dyan. Okay? Now, since nakuha na po natin si angle B which is 32.52 degrees, madali na po natin makukuha ito. Ano lang po gagawin natin? By applying the triangle sum theorem, so ima-minus lang po natin yung sum nitong dalawa sa 180. So, 180 degrees minus the sum of A plus B. So, that is 102.38 degrees plus 32.52 degrees, and that is 45.10 degrees. So, that will be our angle C. So, again, first step po, kunin po muna natin yung opposite side nung given angle. Next step is kunin natin yung angle na opposite ng shorter side. You may apply the law of sine and the law of cosine. Pag nakuha na po natin yung second angle, makukuha na po natin yung third angle gamit po ang triangle sum theorem na dapat ang sum ng ating interior angles ng triangle is always 180. Next. So, in example number 2, you have triangle ABC where B is equal to 10 inches, your A is 7.98 inches, and your C is equal to 100.67 degrees. That is your angle C. Now, in this case, you still have the SAS, two sides, and an included angle. So, ang ganun pa rin po, ang gagamitin natin is yung step ng SAS case. So, we have, first is we need to look for the opposite side of the given angle, that is C. So, we will be using this formula. So, kanina, A ang hinahanap, A yon. So, ito naman, since C squared naman, is equal to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB times cosine C. Applying the formula, so square both sides. So, ito po yung makukuha natin. Substitute muna natin lahat ng values. Your A is 7.98 squared plus your B is 10. So, 10 squared minus 2. Your A is 7.98, your B is 10. Times cosine 100.67 degrees. So, let us solve. So, again, una muna natin gagawin is the square root. Ito po muna. And then, this one, wag po natin kalimutan yung ating may exponent. So, open parenthesis 7.98. And then, close muna natin bago tayo mag-squared. And then, next, and then plus. Click po natin yung plus. Ito po ulit, open parenthesis, we have 10. So, close and then squared. Okay. Now, next natin, we have minus. Minus 2 times 7.98, close, open ulit. We have 10, close. And then cosine, sundan lang po natin yung ating nasa screen. Cosine 100.67. And then close. So, let's see. So, we have 13.90 inches. So, ibig sabihin, yung C po natin is equal to 13.90 inches. Now, nakuha na po natin yung side na opposite ng given angle. Ang next step naman is, tingnan po natin kung ano po yung shorter side. Ito po. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ito yung shorter side, itong angle muna ang uunahin natin. By applying the law of sine or cosine, kahit alin doon, kagaya nga ng pinakita ko kanina, kahit alin po ang gamitin, law of sine or cosine. So ito po yung next, since ito po yung shorter side. So ang gagamitin ko is law of cosine. Okay, so since ito po yung hahanapin natin, so cosine A. Cosine A is equal to B squared plus C squared minus A squared over 2BC. Substitute natin lahat ng values. Your B is 10, so 10 squared plus your C is nakuha natin kanina, 13.9, so that is squared, minus your A is 7.98. All over 2 times 10, your B, and then your C. So let us compute. So, fraction bar muna. And then, we have exponent. So, 10, close, and then squared. Okay. And then next, don't forget to click next, plus. Plus this one, and then we have 13.9. And then close, squared. Press next, minus 7.98, ito muna, so open, 7.98, and then close, and then squared. Arrow down, okay, so we have 2 times 10, close, open ulit, meron pang isa, 13.9, so close ulit. And then press equals. So we have 0.8256. So cosine A is equal to 0.8256. But since we are looking for the angle, ano pong gagawin natin? Shift. Shift po natin. Since cosine ito, click cosine. Your answer, yung nakuha nating 0.8256. And then close, equals. So, ibig sabihin, our angle A is equal to 34.35 kasi round off na natin to 2 decimal places. So, 34.35 degrees. So, ang angle A po natin is equal to 34.35 degrees. Next, makukuha na ba natin itong angle B? Yes, by applying the triangle sum theorem. We have, you just have to subtract the sum of these two angles from 180. So, ang makukuha po natin is C, angle C is equal to 44.98 degrees. So, pag chinek po natin ito, ang sum po niyang tatlong angles na yan ay 180 degrees. Let's have example number 3. So, in this case, ito naman po ay SSS. So, yung first two examples natin ay SAS. So, dito naman, tatlong sides po natin ang given. Now, kapag 3 sides po ang given natin, ang pinapahanap po ay yung measure ng tatlong angles. Ang first step po natin is you have to identify the measure, the longest side. So, kailangan alam po muna natin yung longest side natin. So, ang longest side natin is this one. So, ibig sabihin, ang kukunin po muna nating first angle ay yung opposite side, opposite angle nung longest side. So, angle C po yun. So, find angle C muna tayo. Again, ang una pong angle na hahanapin ay yung opposite po ng longest side. So, para makuha natin siya, applying the law of cosine, we have cosine C is equal to A squared plus B squared minus C squared all over 2AB. So, substitute natin lahat ng values. Your A is 6. Your B is 4. And your C is 7. And then all over 2 times AB. So, A is 6, B is 4. So, let us solve. So, cosine C, we have, ayan. So, this is 6 squared. And then next, plus. Then, ganun ulit. Input lang po natin lahat ng ating values. And then, squared ulit. And then, minus. Don't forget to press next ha, para bumaba po yung ating ano. And then, 7. So, we have 7. Close. And then, squared. Arrow down. And then, 2 times 6 times 4. Press equals. So, we have, kapag ganyan, ang gagawin lang po natin is, ito po. Okay, so that is 0.0625. So, ito po ang gagamitin po natin para makuha po natin yung angle C. So, ang gagawin po natin is press shift, press cosine, since cosine po yan, yung sagot na nakuha natin na 0.0625, close, and then enter. So, that is, your C is 86.42 degrees. Therefore, itong angle C mo is 86.42 degrees. Now, ano pong next step natin? Next step po natin, pag nakuha mo na yung angle na opposite ng longest side mo, pwede mo nang kunin yung kahit ano sa dalawang angles na to. So, it's up to you kung anong gusto mong unahin. By applying the law of sine or cosine, kahit ano pong law ang pwede nyong gamitin. So, ako, ang una kong isosolve is A. So, ang i-apply ko is yung law of cosine. If you want to use the law of sine, pwede rin naman po. Okay? So, we have cosine A is equal to B squared plus C squared minus A squared all over 2BC. So, substitute natin lahat ng values. So, your B is 4. Your C is 7. And then, minus A, your A is 6. And then, all over 2 times B is 4. And then, your C is 7. And then, solve natin. So, ganun po ulit. Ang makukuha po natin dyan is equal to 0.5179. Pakita ko pa ba using calculator? Okay, sige. So, we have 4. So, 4 and then close, squared, and then plus. Ganun po ulit. Sundan lang po natin yung nasa ating screen. Then close, and then squared ulit. And then next, minus 6. 6, close, and then squared. Arrow down. That is 2 times 4 times 7. Press equals. Okay, so ito lang po pipindutin. So, we have 0.5179. Okay? Now, ang gagawin po ulit para makuha yung measure ng angle, press shift, click cosine, and then your answer, close, and then enter. So, that is 58.81. So, kapag ang ginamit nyo po dito ay law of sine, ganun din po ang lalabas. 58.81 din po. Okay? So, therefore, the measure of angle A is equal to 58.81 degrees. Now, makukuha na natin ito. Apply lang natin yung triangle sum theorem. I-minus lang po natin ito sa 180. So, ang measure ni angle B is equal to 34.77 degrees. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell para updated kayo for more video tutorials. This is your guide in learning your math lessons, your Wow Math channel.